exploded for 16 points in their last win, their first three-set win of the competition.
Just looking for a strong ending to his tournament. Labrador will be banked on by the Air Force to try and give them a shot here at upsetting Cotabato. Talking about this squad, they also went up against Vanguard. They had a win in the similar variety. It was a three-set sweep for Cotabato as they went up against Vanguard.
This was a one-sided win by the Cotabato Spikers against Vanguard. Plus 19 in attack points, plus 6 in blocks, plus 5 in service aces. That's plus 30 in scoring skills, and then a dominant performance as well in the non-scoring skills. Lo and behold, it was a quick three-set win para dito sa team ng Cotabato Spikers. Dominant, determined, methodical, surgical, name it. They did it, and especially parading a new weapon in their arsenal, Steve Rotter, a Phil-American, who's a standout, of course, in the U.S. landscape.
Also limited their error
First referee, Mr. Jeffrey Barrientos, national referee. Second referee is Mr. Bobby Celso, national referee. Let's call on the starting lineup of our Philippine Air Force. Team captain wearing jersey number 17, starting center, Airman First Class Jesse Lopez. Middle blocker number 1, Airman Ralph Calasin. Outside hitter number 7, Airman First Class JR Labrador. Opposite hitter number 9, Airman First Class Ruben Inaudito. Middle blocker number 13, Second Lieutenant Mike Abria. And outside hitter number 18, Airman First Class Edwin Tolentino. Starting libero number 14, John Paulo Ancheta. Head coach for the Philippine Air Force is Mr. Rafi Musuela. Calling on the starters of the AMC Province of Cotabato Spikers. Team captain wearing jersey number 7, middle blocker from the University of Santo Tomas, JV Sumagaysay. Outside hitter number 2 from the University of Santo Tomas, Wewe Medina. Middle blocker from the Ateneo de Manila University, number 6, Rex Intal. Outside hitter from the University of Santo Tomas, number 11, Chao Umandal. Starting setter from the Far Eastern University, number 13, Sian Silang. And opposite hitter from the National University, number 17, Mats Gampong. Starting libero from the Far Eastern University, number 1, Vince Lorenzo. Head coach, Mr. Oji Mamon.
And here we go with the starters. Lopez, Labrador, Tolentino, Inaudito, Calasin, Abria. We have Nunez as their libero for the Philippine Air Force Airmen. On the other side, it's Gampong, Sumagaysay, Wewe Medina, Sian Silang, Rex Intala, Chao Umandal, and Mendiola for Cotabato as we get things going. Again, we thank you for joining us here inside the Paco Arena for this matchup. Final one for the Philippine Air Force before officially bowing out of our competitions. For Cotabato, already assured of a spot in the top 4. Siyempre, gusto magbaon ng panalo before the start of our semi-final round.
Interesting the pairings pagdating sa Final Four, no? That they want to make sure that you maintain that position and hopefully stay away from a collision course early on with the Signal HD Spikers kung sakasakali.
Where Medina gets us to a good start. He wakes us up with the first point of this matchup for Cotabato.
Wewe Medina had 7 points in their last win. 7 of the 75 points, of course, they were led by the 13 of Umandal and the 12 of JV Sumagaysay, plus the 9 points of Stephen Charles Roter.
And we will get to see him a little later on. Block naman ang pinairal ng Cotabato with the first 2 points.
This is the #1 blocking team with 74 kill blocks heading to this match. And you can see the reason why.
Oh, you saw the numbers of JV Sumagaysay earlier before the start of our broadcast. That'll be the first point for Air Force with a service error from Medina.
There was a nice story between Gampong and Sumagaysay when they played as imports in Malaysia. At, joining the ranks of Brian Bagunas and Mark Espejo, who played as reinforcements abroad.
And Chao Umandal also getting a
Of course. Played in Bahrain.
Oh, middle activated as Sumagaysay scores again.
So many weapons to work with. A lot of national pool players in this roster. Chris Silang. Also Sumagaysay against the single block for a 2-point lead.
How often do you see that? The middle blocker set first touch, diba? Tapos siya rin yung tatapos. Yeah, it will be an overreach against the Philippine Air Force.
By now, when you have played this many matches and you have trained abroad, the chemistry and familiarity is way up there. Unlike dun sa nagsimula tayo na most of the teams have not played together for quite a while.
Which was the challenge for the Airmen. Alam natin magkakakilala sila, but since they were not seeing regular action, it took them a while to actually get into game shape.
Maraming mga teams, pati Imus.
Yeah.
Na ayon sa report, bago tayo magsimula, isang linggo lamang nakapagsama-sama para mag-ensayo.
Tapos yung Air Force nga, tinamaan pa ng malas, nawalan sila ng
Abdilia.
Ranran Abdilia.
Pati yung national team natin sa beach volleyball.
Yeah.
Kasi mainstay siya ron as we find another quick play for Cotabato. You have Intal, you have Sumagaysay.
Yung mga mama sa gitna, mainit ang umpisa. Rex Intal joining the scoring parade as Kampong serves up a nice one. Oh, may butas sa gitna yung depensa ng Cotabato as Inaudito scores.
A decorated player, Ruben Inaudito, of course. Former MVP in the Spikers turf. A veteran definitely for the Airmen.
Second touch na depensahan ng Philippine Air Force. Silang aatake dito. That cross court dug up by Wewe. Mats Kampong sent back. Mendiola picks it up. Now they go back to Umandal who powers it home.
Mendiola has to act like a workhorse here for Chris Silang to be able to unload his scoring weapons. Wing spikers, middle hitters, but Mendiola has to supply good passing and of course on defense, that floor coverage that they need to be able to counter in transition. 3-point lead for the gray shirts of Cotabato.
These are rockets that Cotabato is serving up.
Correct.
Go to Medina, geared up for it. As they will build a 4-point advantage now, 7-3.
And this is something that I tried to look at before this match. Number 1 in blocking, number 3 in digs, number 3 in receptions. And no wonder they are the second best offensive team right now, talking about the team of Coach Oji Mamon.
Triple block, not enough to slow down Medina. A good serve there coming from Umandal. Blockers present. Chance ball para sa Cotabato. Good try though. The Air Force is able to continue this rally with pancake. Mula naman kay Umandal. Chance ball naman para sa Air Force. That will be called out.
And just like that, we reach the first technical timeout with Cotabato ahead by 5 here in the first set.
Good start for Cotabato as we are headed into our first technical timeout of our match.
Back at the Paca Arena for your 2023 Spikers Turf Open Conference. Now, Cotabato is in this match to hone the cohesiveness of their team. Like I said earlier, no particular system for this match, just more on studying their attacking and defending. They are excited about their new scoring machine and Steven Rotter to lessen the bulk shouldered by Jao Umandal. Coach Oji is basically testing this infusion for the next stages of this competition. Back to you guys.
And that is the benefit for the teams that were qualified early, no? Pwede ka nang maghanda, pwede mo nang balasahin.
May return of investment na ngayon pa lang.
And now you can study combinations. Look at what could work, what could not work.
2 straight points after the first technical timeout. The plus one coming off a block on the pipe play taken by Jao Umandal. Well read by the single blocker.
As usual, tina-target ng servers si Jao Umandal, but this one, powerful hit coming from Medina.
That's how they started this match, with Medina scoring the first point. 2 points for Medina. And as my partner here corrected me off air, ang ating pong semifinals ay single round robin. Magsisimula na yan, no?
Yeah, yeah.
At ang mga laro ay sa Rizal Memorial na.
We will have to,
Tama, no?
we will, I think, make an announcement very soon about where the contest will be officially held moving forward.
2 straight points for Webe Medina. Stops a 2-point run for the Cotabato Spikers. Look at this play. Over the double block. Excellent drop. Coverage was not there. 5-point lead for Cotabato. Tries their biggest lead.
Coach Ronnie, inaabangan naman ng Air Force si Wewe Medina, but somehow they can't find a way to stop him completely.
Marunong ng dimiskarte saka magulang. Second offensive block for Air Force. Air Force number 4 in blocking. Philippine Air Force had 9 kill blocks versus Vanguard in their 82-minute win, a 3-set win, their first 3-set win.
Oh, that runner, too good from Sumagaysay.
That's 3 for JB Sumagaysay, who had a conference best 12 points, coming off 6 attack points, 3 blocks, 3 service aces versus Vanguard as Chris Silang continues to activate Intal and Sumagaysay.
For Cotabato, with the numbers that we saw from their last game, it's all about cleaning things up. No? Paano mo lilinisin yung 30 errors? You know, sometimes when you're an aggressive attacking team, you will commit those mistakes here and there, but you have to be more careful about those mistakes when you go up against your fellow top 4 teams.
Against the elite teams, that can backfire, of course, because that is over 1 set that they regularly give up. 6-point lead forces the hand of the airman to call a timeout here in the first set.
Let's listen it.
Diba? Kanina, dalawa lang ang spiker. Nakita mo si Sumagaysay, tumatakbo na ng ganyan eh. Eh di ba pag nag-A-quick sa'yo ang blocker, sa'yo middle, running sa'yo din middle. Hayaan mo na magdalawa si Jesse nasa harap, tsaka si middle. Nakita mo na tumakbo, na-late ka pa ng takbo doon. Tsaka good pass eh. Anticipate nyo na, pag good pass yan, andun lang sa harap ang ginano na rin si kanina, si Mike, di ba? Paano nyo yung gitna mo na, quick eh. Pass play ang play nila eh.
Just a reminder coming from the coaching staff of the Philippine Air Force, we practice these things. Diba? Napag-aralan natin to. Alam nyo kung kanino yung responsibilidad. It's about putting that practice, putting that preparation into the floor.
Helping the rest of the airmen read the kind of offense that is being utilized by Chris Silang against their defense. Second service error for Cotabato here in the set. At least 4 of the first 7 points ng Air Force galing sa errors ng Cotabato.
Yun naman talaga yung challenge, no? Dahil nga hataw yung mga serve nitong Cotabato. There will be opportunities where they will commit mistakes. So that's a good back-to-back set of points for the Philippine Air Force.
This will be a challenge by Coach Oji Mamon.
So very challenge coming from Coach Oji Mamon here in our first set. Looking for a block touch on that last play.
Four touches ba o may block touch ba kaya bumalik?
As of the moment, the score stands at 12-7 in favor of Cotabato. Just waiting for the official word. And yes, there was a block touch. So that will be a let. So we replay the point. And Jao Mandal getting a good first touch. Mats Campong gathers. That hits on net. That's a point for the Airmen.
Straight. The timeout called by Coach Rafi Pasuela.
JC Lopez, the seasoned setter of the squad, but they could not find a way to slow down JB Sumagaysay, Coach Ronnie.
Jao Umandal had 9 of 24 excellent receptions in their last win. Not the weak link anymore. Not a problem with the first ball. Something that he has built in the last few years. Kasi dati, parating siya yung target eh.
Good attack though. coming from the side of the Air Force with Tolentino scoring there.
That's their second leading scorer. Edwin Tolentino was accounted for 108 points in 8 matches so far. 89 attack points, 16 blocks, and 3 service aces. Also number 8 in blocks itong si Edwin Tolentino.
Pero sinuli niya yung naitalang puntos kanina as he commits a service error.
Service error number 1 para sa Air Force.
So Magaysayan now serving. Usually it has been Ancheta picking things up, getting them the first touch on defense. No need for him to rescue this ball as it sails out of bounds. Pang-apat na service error.
Yes.
Again, when you are ahead by 5 points, you may not feel those service errors here and there. But when you're going up against the likes of Sigma, right, of IDP teams, then every point will count and every mistake will hurt.
Right, no doubt.
Oh, Kampong just finding a way through. The blockers were there, but the hit was just too strong.
What about Chris Silang making the adjustment on that over reception? Look at this, talagang nilukso niya eh. And Mads Gampong gets his second straight touch. 1 out of 2, 50% accuracy in the last 2 touches given by Silang to him.
Regalo na yan para kayo Mandal as Ancheta did his best. But the serve was simply too strong. 16-10 in favor of Cotabato heading into the second technical timeout of the first set. In the last win of Cotabato against Vanguard, they had 30 errors, an average of 10 per set. Now, already 6 errors compared to only 3 for the Air Force. But still, because of their, well, make that 7 errors. Pero dahil sa lakas ng kanilang opensa, you don't really pay for it.
But to put it in a clearer context, they gave up 30 of the 57 points ng Vanguard
More than half.
sa 3 points. More than half, ano?
Well, the same is true here because apat pa
Correct.
lang nung yung naipupunto sa atake nitong Philippine Air Force. Where they've had the benefit of 7 errors coming from the side of Cotabato.
Laging pinupunto yan ni Coach Oji Mamon eh, no? Sa mga post-game niya. As we take a look at Rotor. Scoring again. And the scoring machine unleashes his first point. Coming off a 9-point performance on an 8 of 17 clip.
You know, sometimes he would say na because it was his first game, he would need a bit of warm-up. But when you're that good, it's easy to set you up.
And reading his interviews, he's very excited to be a part of the national pool or the national team eventually. At sabi nga niya, nagulat siya na karamihan sa mga kasama niya rito are going to be his teammates pretty soon.
Oh, good block.
2 straight points for the former standout of Long Beach. 1 attack point, 1 kill block, 7-point lead. Cotabato Spikers, and this is their biggest advantage.
Leo Campo and Rueca checking into the ball game for the first time. 7-point lead for Cotabato as Jao Mandal now serves.
Towering Rotor. So, mga ano to, no? 6'3", 6'4".
Yeah, easily.
Easily. The wing spiker, huh?
Oh, that's a service ace from Jao Mandal.
You have to be happy for the maturity and development of Jao Mandal. He was already very good when he was playing for UST. And we'll
Yeah.
talk more about that after this timeout.
Tara, laruin natin, ha?
Enjoyin nyo lang to eh. Kahit na last game natin to, enjoyin nyo naman.
Konmoy, kaanin mo na yung receiver dyan. Naka-adjust ng ganun eh. Hindi ka naman pinapaharap. O sila bang ano. Ikaw rumisib lab. Tago natin siya. No? Sige. Stop lang tayo. Samayo. Sige.
And that's a great message. Oo eh.
Swansong, leave a mark.
Di mo alam kung kailan kayo next maglalaro, di ba? I mean, in the context of a team, you know, you build relationships. You don't know when you're going to
Alam mo kung
perform
saan ko
next.
natutunan yan? Sa pandemic.
Yeah.
You never know if tomorrow would come anymore.
So it's about maximizing what can be done today. Ano naman yung hinihingi sa Philippine Air Force? Ooh, that is...
Yan ang masakit.
Yep, an error. That touch.
Tawag dyan sa mga motivational speakers, first day, last day attitude. But this is a definite juggernaut from Jao Mandal and the rest of the Cotabato Spikers. 9-point lead kanina, bumaba na yan sa 5 at 16-10. 4-1 run before another service error. Pang-anim. Gives Air Force their 12th point of this first set. Error number 8.
So half of the points nitong Air Force have come from service errors. Itong Cotabato, but in terms of offense, they've been undeniable. Simply undeniable.
I've always been a fan of the way Vince Mangolabnan plays the game.
Mangolabnan in control, in command, as a substitute setter, as Rex Intal serves now for Cotabato. Blocking. Andyan pa rin para kay Sumagaysay.
And that's the 4th kill block para dito sa Cotabato, which we pointed out. Is number 1 in blocks with nearly 3%. Dito, 4 na sila.
Another good serve from Rex Intal. Oh, middle is good for Kalasic. So at least some offense coming from the Philippine Air Force. Good first ball, and then
Galasin with that quick
blockers while they're
play.
in there.
Galasin at 10 points in their last win. Only their second win in 9 matches.
And Rotor will be able to score again to extend this lead to 10 points, 23-13.
That tall, can jump that high, can have the hang time when he needs to.
Para malinang lang Coach Ronnie, he was the one who told us that it was Rotor.
Yes,
All right.
yes.
So it's R-O-T-T-E-R. According to him, it's a Rotor. Pancake, hindi aabot.
Attempted rescue coming from Enjola. Air Force with an attack point. Probably 5th attack point for them in the set.
Almost got there. But at least they're still enjoying a comfortable advantage here. Mangolabnan, the runner, nabantayan. Now, ito namang blocking ang magpapakita for the Philippine Air Force.
Excellent check or rejection of that slide play, of which Sumagaysay has scored earlier.
Regalo naman. That's back-to-back hits for Air Force. De Ocampo scoring with this one.
This is at least 3 straight points for the Blue Shirts.
Gampong and Dayan Dante checking in, replacing Mangolabnan and Medina.
The 3rd setter in the roster of Coach Oji Mamon. A champion player likewise for the NU Bulldogs before, under Coach Dante Linsunurin.
That soft touch, nabantayan ng Air Force. Sino nga atake dito? Ooh, that was a wasted opportunity. What a combination. Dayan Dante and Sumagaysay connecting.
And a lot of flair. Taking the spike. Setting up Sumagaysay. Isolated. No blocker in front of him. 8 set points. For Cotabato stops a 4-point run for Air Force.
Almost an ace there for the Andante. Picks this one up. It will be Omandal scoring the final point of this first set. Cotabato just overpowering the Philippine Air Force in the first set, even if they committed their fair share of mistakes. The attacking, the blocking, simply too good from our national team pool, and they have a wealth of talent surrounding this guy, Jao Mandal. And he was the one who delivered the 25th point of Cotabato here in the first set. Our score in the first set was 25-16 in favor of Cotabato. They just flexed their might against the Philippine Air Force.
High-powered offense unloaded by Sumagaysay, Wewe Medina, Jao Mandal, Mads Gampong, Router, and Rex Central. And they had a commanding 17-6 lead. We talk about attack points. Running plays, back row attacks, wing spikers, scoring with authority, and that was too difficult for Air Force to overcome. And with their net defense likewise working in full throttle, it was definitely a one-sided first set that we saw. And that 9-point win para sa Cotabato Spikers laban sa Philippine Air Force.
These were the numbers in your first set. Again, 8 errors coming from Cotabato. They averaged 10% in their match in their 3-set sweep against Vanguard. So kalahati nung pinuntos ng Air Force galing sa errors nitong Cotabato. Still, it would not be nearly enough to overcome their wealth of attackers, their weapons, their options. But you have to give credit also to the setters, making sure na mahirap basahin kung saan sila pupunta.
Yes. Coach Ojimamon rotating 3 playmakers.
Already, yeah.
And that 9-point win. I'm trying to make sure that everybody gets this shot of confidence boost heading to the playoffs. Mahirap din naman na talagang hindi ka nakakalaro, ano? Pero ito, floor time for everyone.
So, hindi mo nga naman alam kung sino yung kakailanganin mo heading into our next stage. Again, this is our second to the last day in the elimination round. We will have a triple header here inside the Paco Arena on Sunday before we move forward.
First taste of the lead in this match para sa Air Force.
They go to Tolentino. That's a strong start for the Philippine Air Force. You see them fighting back, having more energy here at the start of the second set.
Definitely. Tolentino had 3 points in that 16-point output in the first set. Cesar Lopez, a many-time national player, would like to go out with a mark para sa kanyang team. Leaving a good mark dito sa conference na ito. 3 straight points for Air Force. 6 lamang ang attack points ng Air Force sa unang set. Dito may 2 na.
3-0 in favor of the Air Force. Dahil hindi tumama sa block yung tira nitong si Umandal. Oh, Philippine Air Force. How about this? 4-0 start in the second set.
Whatever it is that was said during the break has definitely worked well. The triple block is there, shutting down the airspace for Rotor.
They go right back to him. This one is called in.
That's a cut shot by Rotor away from the blocker, getting a better angle. And that's a higher set for him to work with. Diyan ka kailangan masanay kasi matangkad siya na spiker.
Yeah. So it's an adjustment for
Yes,
him and the setter as well.
Totoo yan.
Oh, that runner will score though. For Tolentino, Coach Ronnie, you know, you were a point guard in the PBA for a long time. 25 greatest players. It's different when you know the players and how they want to accept passes.
Exactly. Kaya pag may mga imports, lagi nila sinasabi dito nila gusto, ganun kataas nila, mas nais yung mga pasa. I was about to say Tolentino has been the best player for the Air Force in this match. I think he gives up that free point para sa Cotabato. We're down by 4 earlier.
Tignan mo, iba yung kumpiyansa ng Air Force. Yung mga hataw nila, yung mga palo, they have a distinct difference between this performance and the first set. Inaw dito, sasabihang nakatawid ng ating official. Giving up a point to Cotabato. Challenge on the foot fault now. From our angle, we saw that sumobra, di ba? In terms of where he was. His foot was definitely over the line. So the referee is giving that point to the side of the Philippine Air Force. Side of Cotabato. Yung naririnig natin pinag-uusapan, no? Pwedeng tumawid, pero kung nakaangat yung paa,
Okay
baka
lang.
pwedeng palampasin, di ba? Pero kung tumapak,
Ito.
this with the official review. Actually, nakaupo siya dun sa linya. So,
Pati sila natawa eh. Wala namang masama.
tingnan lang ulit, di ba?
Oo, nagbabakas ako. Pati sila.
Pinag-uusapan pa natin yung paa eh. Buong hip pala nakatama sa linya eh. Sinubukang bigyan ng kumpiyansa si Inaudito, but he was denied there. Cotabato was down 4-0 early. Now down by a single point, 5-4.
Down at 5-1. 3 straight points for Sumagaysay and company.
Serving it safe once again. It's JV Sumagaysay. Labrador with a soft touch. That will not work. Mangolabnan, kanino pupunta? Kay Rotter. He hammers it home.
Has missed only 1 so far in 5 attempts. Ibang-iba yung unang set ni mga Labnan kay Router. Ngayon, nakita mo kung gaano kataas ang dating at ang bigay. Down 4 now, tied at 5.
Ganun kabilis, no? Pwedeng ibalik ng Cotabato ang kanilang deadly form. This is a chance ball. Oh! They wasted. Masyadong natakam yung opensa nitong Cotabato.
Sa akin naman, masyadong marami humingi.
6-5, a 1-point lead for the Philippine Air Force.
Right, they dodged a bullet there.
Terus now serving. Good first ball there, and that is the result. An easy attack for Cotabato
Kanina pa
once again.
hinihingi ni Rex Intal. What 1 point in the first set. First point here in set 2. Then they commanding 17-6 lead in terms of attack points comparison in the 25-16 win in the previous set.
That's too much. will be outside. Another point for the Air Force. It gives them back a 1-point lead. Point ko yung Air Force. Diba? Forget about that 4-point lead. What's important is that you are much closer.
Here you are not down by a huge disadvantage. Kasi sa unang set, iwan agad eh.
Yeah. Dito pa lang sa puntong to, maganda-ganda na yung lamang na naitatag ng Cotabato.
Saka dito may quality yung opensa talaga nila.
Yeah. Took off some power off it. As Labrador is blocked, that will hit the baseline and it will send Cotabato into the first technical timeout here in the second set. Up 8-7. Check back with us here inside the Paco Arena.
Back at the Paco Arena for your 2023 Spikers Turf Open Conference. Now, Coach Jim Mirza, like I said earlier, is fighting for pride here today. Trabaho lang daw, like any other game day. But, you know, he talked about some of his takes from this conference. Talaga daw first ball and blocking ang kailangan nila ayusin moving forward. Ano? Also, he talked about some players who expressed na gusto nila maging sundalo. So, waiting lang daw siya sa mga ito, pumasa sa test para makasimula na daw siya ng practice. Secret daw muna kung sino itong mga ito. By the way, kung nakarinig kayo ng mga kumakanta dito kanina, happy birthday to JR Labrador. Carlo, Coach Ronnie.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Ang ating highlight player at the top of the coverage, who's their leading scorer, celebrating his special day today.
Also, greeting our fellow commentator, si Neil Flores. Belated happy birthday. Oh, that's in. Happy birthday, JR Labrador. As he scores that point to inch squad a little closer. Wala bang, Mika, wala bang clue kung sino yung mga players na yun? Baka naman pwede mo kaming chismisan o marites kami pag volleyball yung pinag-uusapan.
Is there a letter A?
Magsanok.
By a vowel? Ooh.
That cross-court kill is
Yes,
money.
yes. What you can do, I can do better. Diagonal point earlier coming from Labrador. And Cotabato also delivers that cross-court point for a 2-point lead. Was that Wewe Medina?
Yep.
Wewe Medina now has a total of 5 points.
Now Cotabato starting to settle down after that poor start to this second set. And that's just too good from Mandal.
That is not a drill, by the way. Off that break ball, Mandal says that's a perfect pass for a back row play. Mangulabnan on the back set. Jao Mandal with another point. Mandal heading to this set. Ooh, that's way out. 5 points for Jao Mandal. At least 7 in this match so far. Still a 2-point lead even after that service error coming from the former national player Rex Intal.
Inaangguluhan sana ni Rex Intal. We saw what he was trying to do, but overcooked it that time around, leading to a mistake and the service error. Rotor!
Hindi mo na talaga alam kung kanino ibibigay eh. Wobuelo sa Umandal, humihingi sa Sumagaysay. And then you have their newest player, the Phil-American Rotor, scoring his 8th point. Ang bilis, no?
Yeah. Oh, good strong hit, but picked up by the defense of Cotabato.
Baba.
Chance ball dito para sa Air Force. You know, dito pupunta kay Tolentino. Cross-court kill is good.
Transition counter as Tolentino continues to score well. Tolentino at least 6 or 7 points already. possession sa Air Force.
Ito yung hindi natin nakita in the first set. No?
Ooh.
They give up a point there.
Halos hindi lumabas yung pangil ng
Yep.
tapang ng Airmen doon sa unang set. Kaya naman challenge sila ng kanilang head coach kanina. Napaulit-ulit sinasabi, ilaban lang natin. A semblance of a fight. Resistance.
Lopez rescuing that ball, but it will be tapped out by Inaudito. 4-point advantage now for Cotabato.
Not even Jesse Lopez can rescue that play, and they're down by 4, their biggest deficit. After leading by 4 as well in this second set.
Let's listen into this timeout.
Ang bola nila, ang lalayo doon. All out na dito sa ano. All out na dito sa ang bola para sa receiver natin. Kung titignan ninyo, di ba, ang bola natin hindi umaabot dun sa setter. Oh, paano tayo makakatake? Ang bola na lang ang gagawin diskarte ng setter, dulo-dulo na lang. Diba? Tara, checkain lang natin sa receive. Apat lang yan, no? Nag-goal lang tayo kanina. Tara. Punta natin. Sir first.
Reception. First order of business para dito sa Philippine Air Force. They
Number
lost a
6
4-point
overall.
lead.
Number 6 overall versus the third best receiving team. At yun yung binabanggit ni Mika kanina, mga bagay na gusto sana nilang ayusin, pag-igihan, as we try to clean up a wet spot on that side of the floor.
Natapon yata yung inumin ni Mika Abesamis. Hindi sa kanya. Hindi sa kanya. Joke lang. Wala po sa side ng Philippine Air Force. Of course, he will make sure that the floor is perfectly safe to play on kahit na nasa labas pa yan. Diba? Malay nyo, umabot dyan yung ating mga players. We don't want anything untoward to happen.
Hinanap ko tuloy si Mika bigla. Wala naman dun eh.
Naghaharap na report. The score is 14-10 in favor of Cotabato. So Medina is preparing to serve here to try and extend their advantage to 5.
Former UST standout, of course, who used to play for Coach Oji Mamon in UST. Sama sa Sumagaysay, si Jao Umandal, among others. Pati si Bautista, no? Naglaro para kay Coach Oji Mamon dati.
Yellow card issue on the side of Philippine Air Force. They're leaving that red spot. Tapos hindi narinig o hindi napansin nitong si Medina that he was not yet given the clearance to serve. Our technical crew make sure that it's all good. And we're about to resume the action. With Cotabato again trying to extend their lead. We're down by 4 points early in the set, 4-0, and then 5-1. They've turned things around since then. Inaudito had a touch on those blockers, and he was able to find a way through.
Breaks down that two-man wall. Hitting the double block. That's a rare instance na napunto sa nila yung double blockers. Lead down to 3 from a high of 4 for Cotabato.
That's a really good first ball, and that's the result. When you have a good first ball, something perfect like that,
Automatic yan. Sasabayan yan nung kanilang middle hitter pag magandang first ball. And Sumagaysay has been very aggressive in this match after coming up with 12 in their last game. Now was at least 9 points in this match.
yep, that will be a point. Ceruz is called for a net touch. And so it will be a 5-point lead for Cotabato, 16-11, heading into this second technical timeout of our second set. Cotabato turning things around. Down 4 to up 5. That's 9 points already.
They talk about the turnaround.
Ancheta pa rin ang tinatarget ng kanilang mga first ball. Labrador, again,
Again,
breaks the defense.
finding the opening. Better offense for Air Force after coming up with only 6 attack points.
Di
The first set.
no? Nakabukas ng konti yung braso nitong si
Saka
Rex Intal.
inaangulo niya yun sa dulong parte ng
Yeah.
baraso.
Goes with a good serve. Umandal's soft touch. Bit of a miscommunication coming from the Philippine Air Force. As
Sayang.
Rex Intal makes up for his
Yes.
earlier mistake by scoring on the skill block.
Lost opportunity here for Air Force after that break ball given up by the Cotabato Spikers.
They go to Labrador once again. He
Nice
is
play.
able to find that baseline for another point.
Familiarity is something that Rother is definitely trying to work on.
Yeah.
Nakilala na niya yung mga kasama niya. Pero yung mga kalaban, yan ang makikilala niya in the weeks to come.
Hindi mo nga alam dyan kung sino yung posibleng kaliwete, di ba? The angles of those attacks, kung paano nila
Saka
gusto
hindi mo alam
umatake.
kung sino yung talagang malakas at
Yeah.
magaling pumalo.
Yeah. It's a good way to warm up before we head into our semifinals.
Interesting how many days he has been here in the country, no? Pati yung weather, di ba? Yung oras, yung time zone.
Dayan Dante now in this matchup. Hindi na nasabayan. Itong si Ancheta yung cross-court kill from Gampong.
Something that Ancheta has seen throughout his UAAP career. That's Gampong, the pride of Tawi-Tawi. Kasama si Fauzi Ismail.
That will be another service error on the side of Cotabato. 18-14 is the count.
They had at least 6 service errors in set 1. And they totaled 8. 8 of the 16 points of Air Force coming from the free points given up by the Cotabato Spikers.
Not a great first ball there. Ancheta sets it up. Lumusot yung bola. Pinalo ni Umandal na nag-alanganin silang dalawa. No? Umandal, I thought, was ready to pounce on it. But dahil lumapit itong si Dayan Dante, everything got a little bit awkward.
Good break para sa Air Force.
And that will be a service error for Labrador, though.
That's deflating after a nice 4-2 scoring run para sa Air Force. 16-11 kanina yan.
Just when you think you're getting your rhythm. It's a tough error to accept. That's Intal. There's for Cotabato. Mandal picks it up. May tumawid pero yeah, I think it's given. So, nagtitinginan yung ating dalawang officials to see if the ball bounced first or the illegal cross happened first.
Madaling makita kasi. Kita mo yung gray, tumuhid sa blue.
Yan, nabigay yung punto sa Air Force. Binawi naman agad itong si Gampong.
Cotabato sensing danger. Good first ball. Then Dante locates Mats Gampong. He also had JV Magaysay to work with at the middle.
Hiwa-hiwala yung blockers ng Coach
Ang daming
Ronnie.
point of attack.
Yeah. That's a good quick.
Sumampay si Wewe Medina
Yeah.
for a net touch. New playmaker here for Air Force.
Balik itong si Jesse Lopez with Inaudito. Had a service error earlier. Let's see if he can keep it clean as they're down by 3 points here in the second set, 20-17. Medina, dug up by Lopez. Regalo yan.
My.
Pero kumiskis sa net. Ito si Dayan Dante. Will they call for a challenge? No, they won't. Dayan Dante wanted the challenge. Coach Oji Mamon says, nope, let's move forward. You saw the movement coming from the net there. Yes, it's a good...
That did not come from the ball, definitely.
Yeah, sure. Yun nga lang, another deflating mistake coming from the Air Force.
I was about to say the first thing that gave Air Force their lead early on was the fine service efficiency from Jesse Lopez.
Good one from Medina. Over-receive. Oh, pero overreach din itong si Umandal. So again, mistakes here and there for Cotabato, allowing the Philippine Air Force to stay at least within striking distance here in the second set.
This is very close right now for Air Force. Again, yung consecutive at multiple errors, yung tendency ng Cotabato na mangyari yun, lumilitaw na naman late in the set.
Rotter will not be denied.
3 points clear. Also 3 points away from winning set 2 and having a 2-set advantage. Rotter, I believe, was double figures already. Double check lang natin, ha?
Sumagaysay with the serve. Ooh, tough reception there. Pass yung inaudito, picked up by Manuel. Was a little too tough, no? Masyado lang nakaabante para masaklolo pa itong si Joshua Mandal.
Nakita mo yung emotions ni Rotter. Litaw na litaw, eh, no?
He's enjoying playing alongside his new teammates here in Cotabato.
That's a leap of faith, by the way, no? And I read that story in an interview with Rotter.
Yeah.
He's doing well there, but went in and tried out and made it quickly.
Well, how could you not? I mean, he's a tremendous player. As we say that, he commits a service error here. 23-21.
At alam ko, hindi lang siya, eh. May mga parating pa. The question is, may deadline kasi yan, eh, ng short list at long list. Kasi malapit na, eh.
I believe sa SBP already submitted their 24-man pool. That will be called in for Rotter.
Kasi tapos na yung deadline sa sa long list.
Yep.
But this is 3 set points.
Before we make it official, we will have a challenge here. Ball in, ball out challenge coming from the side of the Philippine Air Force to see kung saan ba lumanding yung bola.
10 service errors combined in 2 sets para sa Cotabato. Sobrang bilis ng palo ni Rotter, hindi mo makita, eh, kung pasok o hindi, eh.
A rather quick review because our cameras got a good glimpse on it. It is clearly in.
Yun.
Will be the count now. Set point for Cotabato here in the second. But before we get there, it will be a timeout requested by the Philippine Air Force. Pakinggan muna natin.
Oh, pre, tingnan nyo, analyze lang natin yung score, 24-21. Isang magandang receive, atake tayo, 24-22. Karga serve, tapos blocking. Okay? Gawin lang natin yung trabaho natin, gawin lang natin.
Try tayo to
First ball, ayusin natin yung first
Bin,
ball para makapag-play. Ha? Tara ka, kaya kamayin nyo na.
Go. Hey, force. Take.
Cotabato hoping to make sure hindi na makakalapit pa itong Philippine Air Force here in the second set.
Kasi dumikit, eh.
Oo.
Dangerously close.
We saw definite improvements coming from the Philippine Air Force.
Improve quality of play. Definitely, ang 6 attack points sa unang set, mas marami dito sa pangalawang set.
Mandal now serving. Oh, that's a great one. But that is called legal dahil na nasa labas ng antena yung atake. But this one will be unstoppable as Jao Mandal ends the second set the same way he ended the first set. Another kill. Another day at the office for Jao Mandal. It is a 2-0 advantage for Cotabato against the Philippine Air Force. And we welcome you back inside the Paco Arena. 25-16, 25-21 so far for Cotabato. Carlo Pamintuan and Coach Ronnie Magsano as we check out some of the highlights in the second set.
A lot of highlights for the Airmen, especially in the early goings of this set. Ahead for Neil. Eventually went to the first technical timeout, still on top. Pero pagkatapos noon, lumamang na bigla ang Cotabato Spikers. Pero humabol ang Philippine Air Force sa bandang dulo. In fact, at 21-19, they were still very much in the hunt. But service errors diffused and deflated whatever uprising that they had in their sleeves to try and overturn a small deficit. But eventually, yung offensive might ng Cotabato lalabas dun sa dulo.
Yeah.
Pag kinakailangan, may huhugutan. At not even the 11 errors of Cotabato will enable the Airmen to come out on top, and they will be down by 2 sets.
Pero yun pa rin yung kwento, no? Too many errors still for Cotabato.
Nagahang ng 4 or 5 points, no? They give up consecutive and multiple points. Buti na lang dito, maaga nilang nahabol.
Yeah.
Kasi kung hindi sila nakahabol at nangyari na lamang Air Force na nangyari yung mga errors na yun, baka nahirapan sila sa dulo dahil buhay na buhay ang diwa ng Air Force dun sa nakalipas na set.
One more opportunity to try and clean things up.
Right.
For Cotabato.
And likewise for the Airmen to try and give a better showing their final game of the Spikers turf.
Here we go, the start of our third set. It will be Lopez once again serving. As Mads Gampong, too much angle on it, as it will be called out. Again, in the second set, it was 4-0 in favor of the Philippine Air Force at the start. But after that, mabilis naka-recover itong Cotabato. Let's see if they can have another strong start here in the third. Combination play, Medina scoring. He has been outstanding here in this entire matchup. He was the person who gave them their first point. Ngayon, wala na yung blockers, no? Either pababa na or hindi man lang nakatalon in that particular attack coming from Medina. They'll be serving here with the game tied at 1 apiece. Reception, great effort from Ancheta. But the attack will fall a bit short, rather, coming from Inaudito. When you lose the first 2 sets, it's important, it's crucial to get your bearings quickly in the third to try and extend the match, to try and stay alive. As Tolentino hits the antenna. Will be another point for Cotabato. After giving up a point to open this third set, tatlo agad ang binitawan ng Cotabato in rapid succession. You see that it hit the antenna first, leading to that attacking error. Lopez with the underhand set. Oh, great effort from Medina. Hindi na abutan itong si Jao Mandal. They tried. You have to give it to them. Medina with the second touch, but Mandal was not in position to try and chase that. Kasi sinubukan niya rin eh. He thought he was going to chase the second ball, and then he was down on all fours. Great effort, just a bit short. Tolentino serving his squad down by 1. Ooh, poor reception there from Medina. As we're tied at 3 apiece. Did not have a lot behind it, but hit it at the correct angle. Jao Mandal. Picked up there by Lopez. Lorenzo now playing as the libero. Back set. Too good from Mads Gampong as he scores again to give the lead back to Cotabato. Look at this one more time. Dayan Dante.
That was the NU connection working in that last sequence. I've seen it many times when they used to play together under Coach Dante Linsenurin.
Tama lang sa net. Maganda yung idea eh. Just could not execute it well. Abria touching the tape.
Si Jao Mandal nga kanina natakam eh, di ba? Call for an overreach.
Hindi niya nasukat. Natatama yung kamay on the follow-through.
Instinct eh, sa reaction time.
Hold out.
Tied at 3, now behind by 3.
Yeah.
Cotabato with an early rush.
A bit similar to what happened in the first set. Let's see if Sumagaysay can keep it going for Cotabato.
Oh!
No touch. Sabi ng ating referee, si Naudito, sending it to the outside.
Minsan sa tunog lang ng bola, malalaman mo kung bababa o hahaba eh.
Yeah.
Pati sa service eh, di ba?
Puro safe yung mga serve itong si Sumagaysay. But that's a nice connection as J.R. Labrador, the birthday boy, scoring.
Stops ay 4-point run para sa Cotabato Spikers. Looking for some rebound points ang Air Force after they lost grip of the third deadlock.
Umandal.
Ang dami ng tira ni Jao Umandal. When he started, he has always been a high-scoring player. But the control and the variety of shots by Jao Mandal, very impressive.
And we're heading to our first technical timeout of your third set. 8-4 is the score in favor of Cotabato.
Back at the Paco Arena for your 2023 Spikers Turf Open Conference. Now, Steve Roter has been having fun in the Philippines. First time jitters lang daw yung nangyari sa kanya during his first match. Napansin lang daw niya na mas mabilis ang tempo ng laro dito sa Pinas, so adjusting pa siya. Despite being a star-studded team, his teammates are happy to have him because of his versatility in offense and defense. And syempre, back up sa setter pag kailangan. Steve is having familiarity problems, gaya nga ng sinabi mo kanina, Coach Ronnie, so he is not looking towards the next rounds of this Open Conference as the reason for his acquisition for this Cotabato team or even the international competitions. He just wants to show us what he's got in this match. By the way, he said that the Cali way. Carlo, Coach Ronnie.
Well, what he's got is
Kaliway.
definite na a lot.
Oh.
But we're glad you're fine, ha, Mika. Medyo tinamaan ng bola sa pisngi kanina.
Hindi, sa ilong.
Sa ilong.
Eh, pareho pa naman kami ni Mika na matangos ang ilong.
We're happy that you're fine, that you've recovered. Kasi hindi po biro, no? Kahit na tumalbog na yan sa sahig.
Hindi,
Pag
lakas.
tumama sa'yo yan, malakas-lakas pa rin talaga.
We are a living witness to that. Saka masakit. Tignan niyo po yung tunog, ha? Yeah.
Si Dayan Dante nakaiwas lang eh. Buti lumingon ng konti, kundi sa pool siya
Sa
doon.
pool. Pendong.
Another service error though, coming from the side of Cotabato. As JR Labrador. 6 points in this matchup. Over reception, good dig. As Umandal sends it across. That block will be out. So good bounce back performance coming from the Air Force after that technical timeout.
8-4. And the 4-point lead was the biggest advantage para sa Cotabato. 3-1 counter para sa Air Force. Excellent hit coming from Wewe Medina. Smart play. Off the block point for a 3-point lead.
10-7 now for Cotabato, looking for a quick ending into this affair against the Philippine Air Force. Again, playing their final game na po itong Philippine Air Force Airmen. They will say goodbye to our competitions here in the 2023 Open Conference after this matchup. As Gampong also getting himself going in this match.
Clean hit coming from Gampong. Look at that last sequence. Against the double block. Coverage was there. Beaten by Gampong. He stores a 4-point cushion for Cotabato.
From the back row, that was slowed down by the blockers coming from Labrador. But this time around, on the response, Sumagaysay scoring.
Sumagaysay right now is in peak form. And it has shown in the way he has performed. 12 points in their last game. 6 attack points, 3 blocks, 3 aces. Today coming up with another strong performance. Had 6 points in the first set win alone.
Another service error though coming from Cotabato. Basically, keeping Air Force within shouting distance here in the third set. Yung mga errors nitong Cotabato.
Tignan natin kung magtutuloy-tuloy na naman ito para sa kanila. Kasi doon nakakabalik talaga ang Philippine Air Force in the last 2 sets. Oh! Sa kanila, service errors, no? Ang deflating.
Way short. Doon sa bato pa lang, alam na ni Jerus that he will not be able to pick it up.
Hindi umangat.
Great defense there from Dayan Dante. Umandal. Ay, babalik na lang nitong si Gampong. Good chance here. Labrador.
Wow.
Naibalik pa ni Dayan Dante. And that block will go out of bounds. And it will be a point in favor of the Air Force.
Still two good defensive plays by Dayan Dante. Before the blue shirts were able to put that ball away. Labrador and Audito Tolentino trying to help out Jesse Lopez stay or keep Air Force in this match. But then again, too much firepower here for Cotabato, even without Rotor inside. Too many weapons in their arsenal, the Cotabato Spikers.
Pipe bomb from Jao Umandal extends their lead up to 5. Jesse Lopez was there, pero hindi lang niya naiangat ng mabuti yung bola. The runner is effective for Tolentino.
108 points heading to this game. 89 attack points, 16 blocks, 3 service aces. The 8th best blocker in the competition. Siyang leading scorer dun sa ating unang set.
Yeah.
With 6. I believe in double figures already para sa Air Force. Oh.
Pero yun yung hindi mabantayan, no? Yun yung hindi hindi mabantayan pa nitong Air Force.
Pero
Luckily
hindi
for them,
kumonekta. Oo.
luckily for them, it was out of bounds for Sumagaysay. But the Air Force have had some trouble defending Sumagaysay
Hindi
and
mo-
Intal in this matchup.
Masyado mabilis yung mga bigay na sets. Merong isa na block kanina si JV.
Not a great first ball, but JV Sumagaysay makes up for the mistake earlier with a kill.
Not just wipes, not just quick plays. But look at the force generated by Sumagaysay. Then Dante continues to give Sumagaysay his touches. 4-point lead, Cotabato Spikers, third set.
We go back to JR, picked up by Sumagaysay. Now Umandal, unstoppable.
That's a full front line para dito sa Cotabato. And then Dante will continue to milk that for as long as they stay in the front. 5-point lead, second technical timeout still, Cotabato Spikers.
And you're seeing some of the fans na ayaw po muna magpakita nanonood dito sa Paco Arena. 16-11.
Nakita ko nasa likod natin.
Medyo shy lang po sila.
Oh, hindi lang po makauwi kasi matraffic.
16-11 po is our score. Carlo Pamintuan and Coach Ronnie Magsano counter service. Ika Ebisames is our courtside reporter. Tao Umandal.
A free ball is equivalent to a free point.
Yeah.
That you will give up, especially at this point of the match. And whenever they are ahead by this big, mahirap silang abulin.
Yeah.
Pag nakadikit ka sa kanila, at least nakakaramdam nga kahit paanong pressure eh. Pero pag ganito kalaki.
There's a wealth of options coming from the side of Cotabato. Sumagaysay. To get a touch on it. Umandal tried.
And I like the reaction by our second referee. Staying out of harm's way. Dahil diretso si Joe Umandal sa kanya. Attempted to rescue that play.
(17-12). Still a 5-point lead though for Cotabato. Inabot ni Dayan Dante, kaya nga natawagan siya ng over. No, net touch rather. Over reception kasi, no? So he had to get extra creative to get a touch on that ball. It's a good opportunity for the Philippine Air Force to get some points going. But again, Intal and Sumagaysay have been big puzzles that Air Force struggled to solve.
Well, the net defense has not been that efficient for the Air Force. Leaving the attackers not much opening, no? Kung sasablay, dahil lang sasablay talaga, pero hindi dahil sa net defense o sa blockers ng Air Force. And it seems at times that it is a target practice para dito sa spikers ng Cotabato.
18-13. Router in this ball game alongside Umandal and Intal. May Medina ka pa sa likod. So still, and as always, Cotabato not running low on attackers. That time around, though, they could not find a defense to slow down Inaudito.
Former finals MVP. Inaudito turning back the hands of time. Away from the double block, 14 in the third set for Air Force, but still down by 4. Last stand for the Airmen. Pandiin.
Yeah, Jao Mandal
12 for Jao Mandal.
has been close to unstoppable in this matchup.
138 points heading to this game. That's 138 for the 5th best scorer, a national player from UST.
Nabantayan itong si Rex Intao and he finds a way to score.
Number 4 in spike percentage, number 3 in aces, number 5 in total points scored. A 48% hitter itong si Jao Mandal.
Another good serve for Mandal. That will sail out of bounds
And this
by
has-
mere inches, but it's out of bounds.
The attackers have snowballed against their men, and right now this is a big hole that they're in. But there'll be a challenge in that last decision.
So hindi ball in, ball out yung challenge. The challenge is for a block touch. Parang may nasilip ang coaching staff ng Philippine Air Force. They think that the ball went out of bounds, but it was touched by a blocker nitong Cotabato. And that will give us an opportunity to see that play one more time. Ready to see our official review on that challenge. Was there a block touch or no? Ooh, there was. It was a pinky. Konting-konti, but definitely.